Yes.
Yes,
So I
sir.
told you about the lecture 8 part. So how many of you have not prepared the lecture 8? Not prepared, not prepared. Has everybody prepared?
No, sir.
No, I know. You're not seeing my WhatsApp messages. Who's
Sir,
prepared then?
I also didn't prepare, sir.
You also didn't prepare. No double past tense. Only one past tense. Didn't prepared. Didn't prepare. Yeah. Who's going to give a lecture now? No. Okay. Anybody is ready to talk? Because I'll make all of you talk. Don't worry. I'll give topics now.
Sir, I am not aware about this, sir.
You're not aware of this. You're not seeing the group. Are you there in the group, Subhash? Target group?
No, sir.
You're not in the group. That is. Bhavishyath Awareness కొంచెం యాడ్ చేయరా ప్లీజ్ తర్వాత సుభాష్ గారిని. Okay. So what is this lecture? Again, this is an individual activity which is to be performed by the group testing officer. I told you he'll check you on individual level for some time. He'll check you in a group, and again I check you at an individual level. Now he's checking you at an individual level. What is going to happen is you're required to deliver a 3-minute talk, right? And all candidates will be given 4 topics. There will be postcards lying, there will be cards lying there. On each card, there will be 4 topics written there. And that one of the candidates will be given the first topic. He'll be told to go to a side, select one topic from that, and speak for 3 minutes. So during those 3 minutes, जब वो पहला बंदा is preparing for his talk, the GTO will keep asking you some questions to introduce yourself. See the last point, when the first candidate is preparing, GTO will ask all candidates to introduce themselves in 10 to 15 seconds. Now, this is where he will tell you have to tell your name, what's your father, what are your hobbies, and things like that. So, you should be mentally prepared to when talk about to make an impactful talk. Everybody say, my name is XYZ, my father's name is ABC, I come from so and so school, my father is employed as a manager of a bank or something like that. Those same 5 lines can be said in a very effective manner. A manner which will make everybody turn towards you and look towards you and never forget your name. That's how you should be able to tell your name, right? And you have to talk about your hobbies. So you should be talking about a hobby which actually is your hobby. Jabarasti hobby must create karna, because after you say that your hobby is philately, the guy will keep asking you a lot of questions about philately and you will not know what it is. So make sure it's actually your hobby. That will cover at a later point of time. So out of the 4 topics, one will be a high level topic, 2 average level, and 1 low level. You try to speak on high level topic or average level. Low level पे बात करना है. एक ही होगा, leave that low level वाला. It will be something like your kindergarten thing. My school teacher, my best friend, cow. ऐसे मतलब कहानियाँ होंगे. Don't take that low level topic. Take higher level or average level. If you can't handle the higher level because you're not prepared for that, don't take it. But average level में से एक अच्छा वाला select कर लीजिए. Topics will be of very common nature, easy to talk if you've been reading newspapers and magazines. I will add a line out here, is not only if you're reading newspapers and magazines, if you have been analyzing things. And whenever you read an article, whenever you read a topic, you should be able to talk about what actually happened, and you should be able to give your point of view along with what actually happened, right? And whenever you see something going on, in your mind you should be saying, अगर मेरे को इसके बारे में lecture देना है, what will I give my lecture on, right? So I will start giving you topics, and I will ask you, I'll give you some time, and I will have people talking about it, right? So this is what it is. I send this WhatsApp to you. You should what is seen, whether you are aware about the surroundings, are you able to organize your thoughts. Power of expression. What is power of expression? If you all remember, is one of our OLQs, right? Self-confidence, OLQ. Liveliness, OLQ. Courage, OLQ. Stamina, both mental and physical, OLQ. So this is what the gentleman is saying in your lecture. क्या आप ले पाएंगे कहीं? Don't worry about the lecture. Nobody is entitled to ask you a question about the lecture you are given, right? I've told you guys to keep watching TED Talks. How many of you have watched more than one TED Talk? Has anybody watched a TED Talk at all?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah, Ravi. No,
No.
Rakshit. TED Talk nahi dekha, Rakshit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good, good.
I've seen.
So when you give it, when that guy is giving a TED talk, look at the confidence with which he's talking. He's walking around, he's nodding his head, and he's got a remote control, and he's changing slides. I'm not looking at that kind of confidence, but I'm certainly looking at you speaking from your heart. दिल से बोलोगे तो गलत नहीं बोलोगे. And how to approach? Choose a topics about which you are aware. Remain composed while speaking. Cool. Speak slowly. This is a very important thing. 3 minutes is quite long. लोग सोचेंगे टक 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 बोल दूंगा मेरा काम खत्म हो गया 1.5 मिनट खत्म हुआ होगा. So speak slowly. You have to practice. How many times I tell you to practice? Don't look at the GTO. Look at your friends, not upwards or sideways. Don't use your hands too much. There'll be a podium there. You know what a podium is? A lecture stand. Don't lean on it. Do not exceed time. Do not finish abruptly. And divide your content into various sections. What is that? Mind map that I've been telling you. Right? So, who is the first one waiting to go for taking on the lecture? I'll give him 3 topics. Ravi, are you ready?
No.
Yes, Ravi. Is
Yes,
Ravi
sir.
there at all?
Yes,
Yes, no.
sir.
Sir. Okay. Subhash, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Great. Okay, I'll give you I'll give you 2 topics. Just take your time and come back to me. One is COVID vaccination, right? And Bitcoin, right? Anush,
Yes, sir.
ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, great. So I wanted to talk about the recently concluded test series in Australia, right? And
Sir.
recently concluded test series in Australia
Yes, sir.
or OTT platform. You know what is OTT platform?
So one-time password, that one, sir.
No, no, OTT platform. What do you see on the TVs these days? You have Netflix and all that stuff, a lot of activities going on in OTTs.
Okay, sir.
Okay, right? Rakshit,
Yes, sir.
yeah. What are the economic expectations in the forthcoming budget, right?
Yes.
Or what else can you talk about? Talk about, yeah, talk about ethical hacking, right?
Okay, sir.
Okay, I'll give the other guys topics. Yeah, Subhash, if you're ready, you can talk on any of the 2 topics. 3 minutes? 3 minutes is long.
So too early. How much time do we get to prepare?
You get 3 minutes to prepare, Subhash, and you have 3 minutes to talk. You want some more time?
if possible.
Yeah,
1
okay,
minute.
get your 3 minutes. Get your 3 minutes, okay. Ravi, are you there?
Sir.
Ravi, do you want to take a try? You want to speak on some topic?
No, sir. Yes, sir.
No? Okay.
No, sir.
Then you have Ashish, Akshay, and Baby Shan.
Baby Shan is there,
Baby
sir.
Shan, yeah, Baby Shan. Mm, women CEOs, Baby Shan, right?
Women CEOs.
Yeah. Women in the corporate world, okay? And also talk about the farmers' struggle. One of the 2 topics. Okay, Baby Shan?
Sir, 2 topics, sir. Sorry.
One of the 2 topics. The farmer
Women
struggle.
CEO, sir.
Women, yeah, any of them take 3 minutes to prepare, right?
Sorry, sir. You want to speak about 3 topics or else 1 topic?
You speak on any of the 2, one of the 2 subjects. One. Have you got me?
Okay, women CEOs.
Whatever, okay. Women in corporate world, okay? Subhash, whenever you're ready. Yeah, Rakshit, tell me something about yourself meanwhile.
Yes, sir.
I know you about you, but you have to tell as if I don't know about you.
Sir, my name is Rakshit Kumar Pandey, and
जब
currently
भी
I'm
बोलोगे
pursuing.
ना, I mean, my name is रक्षित कुमार पांडे, ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे कोई 4th क्लास का इंटरव्यू में बच्चा गया है, ठीक है? I am रक्षित पांडे, है ना?
Yes, yes,
या
yes, sir.
जब शार्दुल ठाकुर आएगा थोड़ी ना बैठ के बोलेगा my name is शार्दुल ठाकुर,
Yes,
right? या authority.
sir. I'm Rakshit Pandey, and currently I'm pursuing my BTech third year from Gayatri Vidya Parishad, and I have been working on my hobbies since my childhood, like singing, playing basketball, and swimming. And I have won various prizes uh, in these fields in my school level, uh, and uh, I like to watch movies which are science fiction, and especially which are related to uh, so that's it, sir.
Rakshit, if I were to tell what you have said, right? Ladies and gentlemen, or gentlemen, I'm Rakshit Pandey from Patna, presently studying in Gayatri Vidya Parishad. Gayatri, the mother of learning, as she's called. You have to give some kind of a twist to whatever you're saying. And my hobbies, I love basketball. I love swimming, and I've been taking part in this right from my childhood at all levels. I've been winning innumerable prizes. मतलब use these words innumerable. मतलब जितना भी prize आएगा वो 8 prize और 10 होगा वो count तो कर सकते हैं, but you can always say innumerable prizes. And these are areas which I've loved to pursue. मतलब I am not seeing any modulation in what you're saying, right? And you
Yes,
have
sir.
to say something which लोगों को मतलब लगना चाहिए बंदा यार मजा आ गया रक्षित से मिलके, right? Yeah, Subhash. Let's start.
Good evening, everyone. So I am going to speak on Bitcoin. We have come to such an extent that sorry, I'll start again, sir.
Go ahead, take your
Yeah.
time.
Before there was no concept of money, there existed barter system where we used to exchange good for goods for our daily needs. And later, as the evolution of humans started to happen, then the concept of money has come into existence. The needs have gone bigger. So we created a paper and gave a value to it, and we started exchanging it to buy goods. And now we have come to such a age in the 21st century where we have come up with something called digital currency, and that is cryptocurrency, and one of the leading cryptocurrency is Bitcoin. Why Bitcoin? There are a lot of questions relating to Bitcoin which will come up into the mind once you'll hear the word Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. Like, what is Bitcoin? How is it regulated? How can it be used? And many more. In this presentation, I would like to discuss all these topics. First, what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is nothing but it's nothing much more than a share. It's like a share. It's like a stock. Nothing more than it, but just the but it is like money. It has a value attached to it. The main reason why Bitcoin has become famous is because of the technology it is going to be used. The technology which is used by this Bitcoin is a blockchain technology. In this, there is no particular person who can control the movement of this coin or of this currency. Any transaction which is used, any person who uses Bitcoin, the transaction will be recorded in the other person's computers or virtual world. So it will become an easy proof where people can really check as to what is happening with respect to the usage. Mm, because of the emergence of the virtual currency, lot of governments are facing issues as to how can they control it. because money is the deciding factor. And we live in this world, we know that US is big in the race. US is leading the race because everything is related to dollar. Like the any country's currency is related to the dollar. Like for example, $1 is 65 rupees. That shows that the currency or the advancement in the US stand in this world compared to the other countries. But whereas it comes to cryptocurrency, there is no particular person or a entity to be compared to. So the government doesn't really know who has created it. The government doesn't really know how to control it. So there are a lot of situations, backlashes which are being faced by the public. And recently the Bitcoin has come into the news recently because of the value. I think approximately one Bitcoin is somewhere around 20 lakhs or 22 lakh rupees in Indian currency. So that, since it involves lot of money, it is a duty of the government to regulate it or to do something about it. So the RBI RBI has issued a notification in year 2019 stating that the use of Bitcoin or any form of cryptocurrency would not be legalized in India. That is because of various reasons. One of the reason is keeping a control over it. And once the Bitcoin is basically Bitcoin is basically formless. It doesn't exist in the real world. So we cannot see as to which person is using other than the IP address, because it is used by the system or the mobile phone or whatever. Because of the virtual number only the government can track it. But the advancement of the technology has come to such an extent that anything can be manipulated. So government is facing severe backlash. As a result, the RBI has passed a direction stating that it would not regulate cryptocurrency, and it has completely banned use of Bitcoin or any other form of cryptocurrency in India. However, a recent Supreme Court judgment has said that banning cryptocurrency as a whole is wrong on the face of it, because it has its own advantages also, and the government has to come up with a better regulatory mechanism to control it. It is a creation of one person whose name is not even revealed out as of now, and it has reached such a height where everyone is using Bitcoin. And the one more question which arises in the minds of the people is, how do one person own a Bitcoin? It is not created. Like money is minted by the minting agencies, but Bitcoin is not minted anywhere. However, I would like to tell you that Bitcoin is mined from the internet. People have lot of system servers submerged, like the servers are submerged in a pool of water. People sit in a home and start mining this Bitcoin by using various mining technologies. So yeah, Bitcoin is one of the leading cryptocurrency which is available in the world. It is a dominating thing. The value has risen so much over the past few years that the stock analysts say that it is a bubble which is ready to get burst anytime. That means the value from 25 lakh rupees can come down altogether to zero. But I don't believe that is going to happen, because of the way in which the Bitcoin is created. Bitcoin, in turn, if you can't track it as to you can't track it as to for what purpose it is being used. But there is a very huge transparency as to which person, as to once a Bitcoin is being used, the transaction is available in all the computers. A little bit of information is stored in various computers. So no individual person can manipulate it as such. It has to be a group or all the computers sit together and manipulate it, then that is nearly close to impossible to be manipulated. Yeah, there are a lot of side effects to it, which I completely understand, that the internet is still an unexplored place. Not more than 10% of the internet which we are using, not the internet which you are using right which we are using right now, is not more than the 10%. There exists dark web, deep web, and a lot of different webs which we might not be aware of, which is being carried out for solely for the illegal purposes. So there are side effects, drawbacks to it, as well as the positives of Bitcoin. the emergence of the new cryptocurrency itself shows that there is a huge progress in the new currency system in the world. So yeah, if the government can have a very good regulatory mechanism, I believe that the Bitcoin would be of a very good use in today's world. Thank you.
Wow, Subhash, I'm tempted to clap for your talk on Bitcoin. I'm sure everybody feels that way. Very, very beautifully covered. I think you gave this talk as if you are very, very well prepared for it. It doesn't look like as if it's a talk which took just 3 minutes for you to prepare. This obviously would have happened because of your staying in touch with what is happening around you. The first point was being aware of the surroundings and being aware of your environment. Thanks a lot, Subhash. Good talk. Just to add a little bit of interest to what Subhash was mentioning, all of us keep wondering or keep finding it difficult to manage our passwords. And in the process, we make our complicated passwords either too simple or too complicated. One of these guys who's has this bitcoins, obviously you need to log in and you need to operate using a password, picked up one of these very complicated passwords, and the hard disk which stores the information would give anybody, you or anybody, whoever is buying these bitcoins or operating these bitcoins, 10 chances to type the password. This guy forgot his password and he's already used up 8 chances. He doesn't want to use the 2 chances because he's not sure of the password. And do you know what is the amount at stake? It is 1,720 crores of his money or of, worth of bitcoins is stuck here. So he gave a statement the other day. He says, I think that's what life is all about. So he doesn't know these 2 passwords. If he doesn't know these 2 passwords, this money is gone. So that was one of the snippets I thought I'll just add for Bitcoin and also the passwords. Yeah, good talk, Subhash. Well done.
Thank you, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
one point to add on to this hard
Hmm.
disk thing, the value of the bitcoins which is stored in his hard disk at that point of time in the news was somewhere around 4,000 crores.
Okay. I read it when it was 1720 crores. Just imagine he's going to lose 4,000 crores, guys, just because he doesn't remember his password. Okay, right. He's got two chances left. Let's see what he does about it. Okay, ये तो कौन बनेगा करोड़पति वाला सीन हो गया. Yeah. Rakshit, you want to take on? 3 minutes, don't exceed 3. Subhash, you exceeded 3 minutes, sir. Be on the watch next time. Okay.
Yes, sir. So, sir, the topic of discussion is ethical hacking, and sir, basically, ethical hacking is
सर
a
नए ग्रुप को बात करना है बच्चे, ठीक है? Talk to
yes,
the
sir.
group. Good, thank you.
So, ethical hacking is also known as penetration testing or pen testing. It's a legal way of breaking into a computer or any device to test an organization. So, as we all know that the internet and other information systems uh, have been playing a vital role in organizations, whether it can be an IT industry or any software industry. And more on organizations have become dependent on the network systems and services very completely. So it's very important to have a ethical hacker if the company has a very great chance of vulnerability to any kind of penetration. The main job of an ethical hacker is to ensure the safety of the system and to protect the information from the uh, black hat hackers. So basically, there are three types of hackers: black hat hackers, white hat, and gray hat. So black hat hackers are those hackers which do illegal penetration into a system which they are not allowed, and to steal the information and also to destroy the company. And white hat hackers are those which obstruct the penetration and protect, and basically they are the ethical hackers and they protect the system and gray hat hackers are those which are the intermediate between the black hat and white hat. And penetration testing can be done in various operating systems like Windows, Unix, Linux, etc. In order to complete ethical hacking process successfully, ethical hacking professionals have introduced several phases to follow up. And also coming to its application, it has a wide range of application, especially in the modern world where everyone is connected through internet. It is used to find those security leaves uh, in an organization network. Uh, it has been identified that almost all the computer systems have the vulnerability to be exploited by a hacker and to damage their device. This can be due to the unpatched application which has been downloaded by the user. Uh, for that, the ethical hackers are used and are employed in a company. So, thank you.
Rakshit, abruptly finish मत करना. ऐसे जब फिनिश करोगे ऐसे लगेगा यू रन आउट ऑफ सेंटेंसेस, यू रन आउट ऑफ इंग्लिश. जो आपको लग रहा है अभी खत्म होने वाला है, you have to be prepared with one sentence which you're going to do in the end. You should say, gentlemen, ethical hacking is an oxymoron. You know what an oxymoron is? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Oxymoron. Ethical hacking is oxymoron. Hacking is stealing. And where is ethics coming into stealing? So, gentlemen, ethical hacking is an oxymoron which has come to stay. Something like that. Very जोर से खत्म करना. Never finish it off. सर हो गया, खत्म हो गया. Don't do that, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Baby Shan, let's hear you about women as entrepreneurs.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Baby Shan. My topic is women CEO in the corporate world. So, as I feel that it's women CEO is very much important. Sorry, sir.
Go ahead, take your time.
Because the role of the sorry.
Go ahead.
Yes. So a lot of earlier women are like subjected to the household works, and after that they'll be getting married and all. But now the women are everywhere. They have been working in the defense, army, air force, and not only this, and they are leading corporate world as well. So if most of the women in the corporate world, there will be like a lot of advantages to other women as well. Likewise, the women can understand the women problem, so they can bring. They're also part of the decision making. They're able to bring the creative ideas in the corporate world, and also. Yeah, and also if the women are having any problem, also they can talk to them easily. It doesn't mean that if the male person is also they can talk, but it's like understanding is different. And if the more of the women become entrepreneurs, even country economy will also be grown. So, in my point of view, women are also can be part of a corporate world, and also they can get high priorities, high promotions. That's it, team. Thank you.
Thanks, Baby Shan. You completed well before your 3 minutes. You could have taken a little more time. I told you 3 minutes बहुत लंबा होता है. ऐसा लगता है कि भाई अभी स्टार्ट हुआ अभी खत्म हो जाएगा. लेकिन 3 minutes बहुत लंबा होता है. Did a good job. A good job. If I were you, I would have started talking about two different things. One is the concept of CEO as such, right? And second is concept of women being into the world of entrepreneurship and being the world of heading companies. And thirdly, I would have thrown some examples at you. It can be Kiran Shah Mazumdar, or it can be, there are umpteen number of CEOs who are there who are women. You would have thrown some names at people. कि भाई ये भी है करके. Right? And you can also talk about how women are more effective, more efficient in doing in multitasking and in juggling between tasks compared to what a man is. It is natural. We've all seen that happening, and it is very natural for us in our country to ape the West. Now, West has come to a stage where there are companies which have got more than 50% of their employees are women. And we are slowly inching towards that stage and probably will cross this percentage of 50% in times to come. एक optimistic note के साथ खत्म करते हैं तो मजा आता है. एक optimistic note, the future is bright, and I am foreseeing a day when every CEO in this country will be a woman or something like that, right? But good. Yeah, Anush, you went into hiding. Where are you?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Sounding dull today, Anush. All okay?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Liveliness. Yes, go ahead. Follow.
So, good evening, everyone. I'm going to speak on the topic India-Australia Test Series. So, firstly, India won the Test Series, which is played in Australia, and the man of the match was credited to Rishabh Pant, who scored 89 runs in 138 balls and played a crucial innings. And in this Test Series, the man of the Test Series was given to Pat Cummins, who was the highest wicket taker, taking 21 wickets in the Test Series. So as coming to Team India, the main credit goes to the youngsters. They played very well. They performed very well. As the proportion of main players in the team was much lesser. So the credit goes to the youngsters. There were players like Shubman Gill, Siraj, and Rishabh Pant. So which they have scored higher runs, and they have credited to Rahul Dravid that he has given a crucial chance to them, to the youngsters, uh, in the initial stage of their matches. So this was a nice match, nice Test series, and we hope that India would win more matches in the upcoming days and would give a much better chances to youngsters, to the Indian players. Thank you.
Oh, good. Anush, I liked your talk. It's, the whole test match, especially the last few days of the test match, were hair-raising moments. A few comments about your talk. Firstly, you completed much before 3 minutes, right?
Yes, sir.
So it didn't take 3 minutes. Don't worry. Secondly, I told you to analyze the question, which should happen automatically. I am asking you between the recently concluded India Australia Test Series, not Test match. Test series consisted of 4 tests. Are you ardent cricket
Yes,
fan? Do you keep following cricket?
yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So, and we talked about India and Australia. So I told you to make some opening remarks. India and Australia are the giants in Test cricket. And during this COVID pandemic, if they have decided to play the Test series, despite everything that was happening, it is a tribute to the players for having taken the risk of going there and playing. I told you, every talk that you make, please add COVID to it. Right?
Okay, sir.
If you're going in the next 3-4 months for the interview, add COVID to every talk that he made, because COVID has affected everything in life. And he's not talked about the series as such. What happened in the first test? What happened after Virat Kohli left? And what are the new things that happened here? We have played, I think, 20 players in a test series of 4 tests. Right? And you
Yes.
have talked about Gaba, where Australia has never lost in the last 32 years. Right? So there are a lot of things which we could have talked about. And my concluding statement would be, I hope and pray that India continues to win every test that they play and every match that they play. That's the kind of authority you should exude. Why should you say most of them? Why should I lose at all? Yeah? मुझे तो सब जीतना चाहिए ना. This is where you are showing your attitude, your authority over what's happening, right? Now,
Yes, sir.
gentlemen, like I keep telling you all the time, whenever I try to tell you कि ऐसे बात करो, ऐसे मत करो, I'm just trying to encourage you. Don't think कि यार ये मेरे से गलती हो गया, गड़बड़ हो गया. Nothing. Everybody is correct in everything that you do. All that you need is a little bit of encouragement, and that's what I try to give you when we go through these sessions, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
I think we have reached the end of the day. Ashish, any comments? I mean, I should listen to Ashish's comments. They're always very valuable.
Nothing much, sir. So it was pretty good. The one observation is like 3 minutes is such a long time. I
Yeah.
actually it is actually difficult, and it's actually a challenging task to engage someone while you speak for 3 minutes.
Without
So
repeating.
yeah, without repeating, and
Yeah.
it should be in a kind of a this thing. It should be like a structured way while you deliver something. So I know that these are some of the topics that are given to them on the moment. So well structured and well structured delivery should be one thing, and you should make the point and you should conclude it in the way that you actually wanted to convey a message or kind of a thing to the audience. So that is it, sir. That's it.
Great, guys. Great. Thanks.
Thank,
Vijay
thank,
Garu,
thank.
are you there? Can you hear us? I believe you are traveling. I believe you are traveling. Vijay Garu. No, I think, I don't think we can connect to him. Okay. Right. Yeah, there I can see Vijay Garu. Yeah. Vijay Garu, yeah, any words of advice for these guys? No, I think we're not able to get connected to him. So all the best, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks, Ashish, for filling in for me for a while. And Subhash, Anush, Rakshit, Baby Shan, thanks for taking interest in coming down. And keep pushing it, push it harder, and sky is the limit, right? There is nothing that's going to stop you from doing what you want to do. You can do it if you actually want to do it, right? So everybody, nice and spirited. Yes,
Yes,
no.
sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Anush, but dull was. Yeah, Rakshit, thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank
So we
you.
call it off. We'll see you all on the Saturday that's coming up, right? So we will do one group planning exercise on the Saturday, like the way we did, and we'll do some group discussion, and we'll also do a group planning exercise. Sorry, we'll do a lecturate. I will formulate a different system where you will get the topics and you can select the topics for 3 minutes, and we'll also do what's that called something on the self-description test, which you guys have not done. Subhash, that'll be important for you. I'll talk to you about self-description test because your interview is around the corner. You can prepare for this test well in advance. So I'll tell you how to prepare for it. Right? Okay. Right, guys. Take care.
Brigadier?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Brigadier, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, Vijay Garu, we can hear you. Yes,
Yeah,
everybody
sir.
can hear you. Yeah.
Great. Thank you. Very nice sitting in on this. Congratulations to all of you all. Just one point that came to my mind that I thought I can interject. So, if this self-introduction is something that happens at the SSB for everyone, certainly one thing that students should do is to write it down and keep refining it using your feedback and keep polishing it. And maybe you can give them an opportunity to deliver it again in future sessions
Well, very
as
good
they are
point, Andy.
polishing.
Very good point. I totally agree with you. We'll work on that. We'll work on that. That's a very good point, because when you do a self-description test, which we'll do, which you guys didn't send me your inputs, which is very essential, that will tell you what you are. Most of the time, we don't know what we are, and what we know about what we are is not good enough. So thanks, Vijay. We'll certainly do that. That's a good idea, good thought.
Not at all. My pleasure sitting in on this, and good fun. I'll try to sit on more sessions.
Good, thanks. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Vijay, and thanks, Ashish, for filling in, like I said. Bye, Brigadier. Thank you. Good night, and all the very best. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good night, sir.